Hey, Cody.
Yeah.
Can you just pick up the pace just a little bit, please? Dude, I could walk backwards faster than this.
That's not the point, is to walk faster. Didn't we have this conversation already?
What happens when the survival expert you trust suddenly vanishes from a hit TV show, leaving fans confused and concerned? Cody Lundin, once the heart of dual survival, disappeared amid rumors, safety disputes, and behind-the-scenes conflict that shocked viewers. Was it simply a firing, or a deeper clash over how survival should be portrayed on screen? His story reveals a battle over integrity, safety, and authenticity that challenged the very nature of survival entertainment. The sudden exit. Cody Lundin's departure from dual survival shocked fans and left many wondering what really happened behind the scenes. For years, Cody had been a central figure on the show, captivating audiences with his expertise in primitive skills and his unfiltered approach to survival. Then, abruptly, in the middle of the 4th season, Discovery Channel announced he would no longer be part of the series. This sudden exit came without much explanation at first, fueling speculation and concern among viewers who had come to trust his presence. The moment viewers saw Cody visibly frustrated and walking off screen in one episode only added to the mystery. It was clear something was wrong, but the official word was vague. Fans were left asking if Cody had quit, been fired, or simply decided to step away. Eventually, Cody revealed he did not quit, but was fired due to repeated disagreements with Discovery Channel representatives. The disputes, he said, were over health and safety concerns, which he felt were being overlooked by the production team. This explanation did little to calm speculation. Many assumed the Discovery Channel was pressuring Cody to take dangerous risks for the sake of entertainment, and that his insistence on safety was what cost him his role. Through social media and interviews, Cody pleaded with fans to understand that his departure was not about his abilities or willingness to face tough situations, but about standing firm on his principles. The contrast between what was happening on screen and behind the scenes highlighted just how complex and fraught his exit truly was. Nevertheless, the Discovery Channel claimed that the reason behind the change was the need to give the show a new look. They claimed that they appreciated Cody's contributions, but felt it was time for a change. Cody, however, claimed that there was false information regarding the matter, as the Discovery Channel portrayed him as someone who was not able to manage the show. This further separated Cody from the Discovery Channel, and the audience was caught in the middle of the controversy. This was, however, not the last controversy surrounding the show, but the sudden disappearance of Cody was like the end of an era. It was, however, not until the audience got to know the real reason behind Cody's disappearance that they realized there was more than just what was on the surface. However, the fans' reactions ranged from shock and disappointment to loyalty and support towards Cody's decision to stand up on the matter of safety. The fans took Cody's side, condemning the network for its pursuit of ratings over the safety of its own cast members. On the other hand, Cody Lundin faced the dilemma of frustration and the realization that he had been fighting a losing battle, with the system seeming to be more concerned with drama than reality. This, in essence, formed the background to the eventual court case and the continued debate that ensued. The real story behind Cody Lundin's disappearance from the show Dual Survival is a complex one, with various issues to do with safety, control, and integrity coming into play. The story, however, provides an interesting background to the challenges that survival experts encounter, especially when their genuine nature is pitted against the need to create drama and reality TV. Looking back to how he began and what formed him provides an interesting perspective on why this battle meant so much to Cody Lundin. Understanding the man behind the exit means exploring Cody's early life, his roots in survival skills, and what made him the unique figure viewers admired before the controversy swept in. Cody's early life and expertise. Cody Lundin's path to becoming one of the most recognizable survival experts began far from the cameras. Born and raised as an only child in rural Arizona, his upbringing was shaped by independence and resilience. Cody's father, a military man, moved the family frequently, and by the time Cody reached junior high, they settled in Wyoming. The constant moving, coupled with a strict father, led to a challenging teenage life that eventually pushed Cody to leave home right after high school. Cody experienced homelessness on the streets through various living situations, which included staying in communes, sleeping on park benches, and staying with friends. The challenging experiences that he faced in his early life established the main elements that defined his later life of determination and independent living. Afterward, Cody discovered a secure place to stay while starting his educational journey at Prescott College in Arizona. He achieved a degree in holistic health and depth psychology, which combined his survival skills with his knowledge about human behavior and resilience. Cody developed his methods for surviving through the combination of his personal experiences and his academic training. He operates as an outdoorsman who practices naturalist activities which require him to develop indigenous skills while he stays in complete harmony with the natural world. His teaching extends beyond danger avoidance because he wants people to honor nature, learn from native wisdom, and develop mental strength. In northern Arizona, he spent many years living off the grid while he constructed a solar-powered Earth home, which demonstrated the principles he taught. Cody appeared on another Discovery Channel series called Lost in the Wild in 2004, which focused on finding missing persons in wilderness areas before he joined Dual Survival. The experience allowed him to build a relationship with the network, which eventually led to his participation in Dual Survival, which started in 2010. His combination of authentic enthusiasm and comedic abilities with his practical expertise made him both a beloved personality and a dependable expert throughout the survival media industry. Cody wrote 2 key books through which he demonstrated survival techniques that were applicable to both expert backpackers and basic outdoor fans. His writings demonstrate his comprehensive worldview because he merges physical survival methods with his understanding of psychological and cultural factors. His TV appearances established his credibility as an educator who teaches wilderness survival and self-sufficient skills to others. Cody operates the Aboriginal Living Skills School, which provides outdoor survival and bushcraft training beyond his classroom instruction and television work. The practical schoolwork enables him to teach true survival methods while showing students how to create strong connections with their natural surroundings. Cody believes that mindset plays an equal role in survival when compared to equipment and survival methods. Cody's safety and authenticity objections about dual survival show his experience and duty as the basis for his objections. His principled stance made his clash with producers more than just a personal dispute. It was a fundamental disagreement over what survival storytelling should represent. The story of conflict grew even more intense when Cody openly challenged the network and producers, revealing tensions that would soon become public and legal. Conflicts with the Discovery Channel. The rift between Cody Lundin and the Discovery Channel started to emerge, especially towards the end of the show's 3rd season, and continued to grow over time. The major change that led to the rift between Cody and the Discovery Channel occurred following the show's 2nd season, when Cody's original co-host, Dave Canterbury, was replaced by Joseph "Teddy" Teti. Cody frequently complained about the way the show was progressing, especially with regard to health and safety issues. Cody claimed that the Discovery Channel often pressured him and the crew to do dangerous things and to endure dangerous conditions without proper precautions. These concerns were not trivial issues, as Cody believed that they compromised their safety and well-being. He was very vocal about insisting on safety standards, And this sometimes led to sharp disagreements with the producers who prioritized getting good footage over safety concerns. The response from the network to Cody's complaints was not very cooperative. In fact, the situation escalated to the extent that the character portrayal by the network concerning Cody started changing. Sometimes, the show would portray Cody's frustration and reluctance at being there. This, in essence, meant that the network had started portraying Cody as an unstable character. This character portrayal by the network was disputed by Cody, who argued that it did not reflect his professionalism and legitimate concerns. According to Cody, the changes made to the show had resulted in him being portrayed as paranoid due to his cautious nature. This, in essence, meant that the changes had resulted in him being portrayed as not being able to handle the demands of the show. Cody's Facebook posts indicated that he did not get fired because he was not tough enough. In fact, he got fired because he did not compromise on the safety concerns in favor of the producer. In essence, he claimed that the network did not take seriously his repeated requests to prioritize the health of the cast and the crew. In fact, he claimed that he got fired for standing up for what he believed in. This conflict arose as a result of the values mismatch between Cody and the network, which led to an unbridgeable gap. These two parties failed to reach an agreement as they had opposing values, which led to mistrust between them. Cody claimed that Discovery had undermined his reputation and expertise, while the latter claimed that the decision was purely based on the show's creativity and freshness. There was production stress on Cody as he worked in an environment where he was not treated well. This environment was unworkable for Cody, especially after Teddy, the new co-host, showed threatening behavior towards him, which was used as evidence in his legal filings. Initially, these professional differences between the two parties turned into personal safety concerns, further increasing the rift with Discovery. Cody's legal battles, co-host controversies, and survival after dual survival unveil a complex tale of survival beyond the wild, within the entertainment industry itself. The lawsuit and its fallout. After Cody Lundin's exit from dual survival, the dispute with the Discovery Channel turned legal in 2016 when Cody filed a lawsuit against the network. He claimed that Discovery had defamed him by making false statements and portrayed him unfairly, damaging his reputation and career. Additionally, Cody alleged that his new co-host, Joseph "Teddy" Tetty, had threatened him on more than one occasion, contributing to an unsafe working environment on set. These threats, Cody said, escalated his fear and paranoia during filming, intensifying the conflict beyond just creative differences. From the court documents and media reports, it is evident that Cody identified two separate events where Teddy allegedly threatened his life. One event happened when Cody was in Norway's mountains, and someone informed him that he might die there. Another event happened when Cody was in Hawaii, and Teddy allegedly threatened him with a spear. The evidence showed that the workplace had a toxic atmosphere, leading Cody to stop working there. However, the Discovery Channel stated that they edited the show for entertainment purposes only and did not intentionally damage Cody's reputation or negatively affect him. The court denied Cody's request for a ruling in his favor. District Judge Roslyn O. Silver stated that there was not enough evidence for Cody's claims against the network and individuals. She stated that Cody agreed to appear on a highly edited television show and that his character was not misrepresented overall. She stated that Cody received many skill demonstrations on television because his leaving caused major damage to the show. However, there were not enough legal requirements for defamation. Although Cody found it disappointing, he continued to fight for his cause. He appealed his case, and his intention was to continue seeking justice in a case that he found fundamentally unfair. The public continued to perceive that there were two sides to this case. There were people who found Cody's accusations credible, and therefore found that the court case was a result of the difficulties involved in proving mistreatment in entertainment law. There were also people who found that the court had made a fair decision and that the lawsuit was part of a complex and dramatized production conflict. The television show lost its reputation because of the legal conflict. The Discovery Channel was receiving a lot of criticism from fans of Cody because of their refusal to apologize and own up to having a hostile work environment. Cody was using his lawsuit as a means of proving his innocence and also exposing the reality television production techniques that he found problematic. His dedication to integrity and survival culture was evident. The controversy surrounding Cody's departure and legal fight set the stage for exploring even more turmoil within the show's history, especially involving other hosts whose backgrounds and behaviors further complicated dual survival's future. Controversies around co-hosts. Dual survival's troubles extended beyond Cody Lundin's exit, as other hosts sparked controversies that plagued the show's credibility. One of the earliest incidents involved Cody's first co-host, Dave Canterbury, who was controversially let go after investigations revealed he had fabricated or exaggerated his military credentials. Dave had claimed to be a sniper in the U.S. Army, but records and veteran organizations disproved those assertions. Following his departure, Dave admitted to embellishing his resume, explaining it was done to support his family rather than deceive the audience maliciously. Similar issues arose with Joseph "Teddy" Teti, who replaced Dave and co-starred with Cody. Teddy's background also came under scrutiny, as many veterans and survival enthusiasts questioned the legitimacy of his claims about serving in a secret U.S. Special Forces unit, including sniper and combat diver training. Official checks confirmed that while Teddy had served in Special Forces, he was never deployed in combat or part of the elite units he portrayed. This discrepancy led the Special Forces Association to publicly disavow him, labeling his exaggerated statements an embarrassment to the regiment. The public controversy of Teddy extended beyond his resume fraud. The sixth season reached its most disturbing point when Teddy attacked a dog that had been attacking cats that were on the set. The violent episode that Teddy performed resulted in both Discovery Channel executives and viewers becoming shocked. The channel banned Teddy from all office spaces until they made their final decision about his show participation. The event's seriousness forced the Discovery Channel to end all associations with Teddy and Matt Graham, who were his co-hosts at the time, which left the show in a state of uncertainty. The dual survival program suffered image damage from these scandals, which led to lower audience numbers. Fans who had followed the early seasons closely lamented the erosion of trust and authenticity. The show, which had received previous acclaim for educational value, transformed into a program that showed more sensational content and became untrustworthy. The network faced difficulties during the management of a chaotic situation that emerged after they dismissed multiple important figures and discovered hidden wrongdoing among their staff. After their disagreement with Teddy and Graham, Discovery Channel suspended the show, which they then reduced to a 4-episode sixth season. The show returned to the air after its break because Dual Survival entered its 7th season with a new cast, which included Josh James and Grady Powell. The audience resisted the reboot. With Cody's legal battles and co-host controversies behind us, the next chapter in this story is about where Cody Lundin stands today, living off the grid and continuing his unique form of survival education far from the television spotlight. Life after Dual Survival. After leaving Dual Survival, Cody Lundin chose a path that closely reflects his survival philosophy, living off the grid in northern Arizona. There, he built a passive solar Earth home designed for self-sufficiency, relying on natural resources rather than public utilities. He collects rainwater, composts waste, and grows much of his own food. This lifestyle shows how deeply he practices the survival principles he once taught on television and in his books. Cody continues to work as an educator at the Aboriginal Living Skills School, where he teaches students about wilderness survival, primitive skills, and bushcraft. The school follows his philosophy of living respectfully with nature rather than attempting to dominate it. Students are attracted to his teaching method because he demonstrates all the concepts that he teaches. His program demonstrates its uniqueness through his focus on mental and spiritual aspects, which people need to survive. Cody has reduced his public visibility since leaving television, but he still maintains a minimal online presence. His YouTube channel has over 50,000 subscribers and previously featured videos about survival skills and sustainable living. He has not released any new material during the past 2 years because he prefers to concentrate on his teaching work and personal activities instead of building a strong online presence. Cody's way of life functions as a silent protest against contemporary society's need for technological devices and its materialistic way of living. He shows people a different way of living through his decision to live in a solar-powered Earth home, which he built to protect natural ecosystems. The principles he demonstrated on dual survival show that his way of living shows that people need to build sustainable environmental relationships for survival. Through his reality TV work, he chose to leave television because he wanted to protect his personal values after experiencing production disputes. Cody decided to stop working in entertainment because he wanted to dedicate himself to teaching others through his educational work. His books continue to reach a wide audience because survival fans have dedicated themselves to studying his educational content. Cody Lundin's journey reminds us that true survival goes beyond the screen. It's about integrity, safety, and living in harmony with nature. Though his time on dual survival ended in controversy, his passion and principles continue to inspire. If you found his story eye-opening, please like and subscribe for more honest insights into the lives behind the headlines.